What is up? We're back with a new episode of Movie News. There is a ton to talk about. There's some crazy stuff, and we're gonna save the best for last. So we're gonna go first with Elvis being pushed to 2022. Nick, you want to break down for everyone a bit who maybe might be in this Elvis movie, and are you bummed it's moved to 2022?
Yeah, it's forming it's continuing the trend of musician biopics from Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man of the past few years. Austin Butler from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to be Elvis and is being directed by Moulin Rouge director Baz Luhrmann. There was no no footage, no like set photos. I'm not even sure if were able to start filming. That might be why they got pushed. I don't know. I think Tom Hanks is also in this movie playing like Elvis's agent, like in the main secondary role. So I think it was an exciting project on paper, but I would have loved the first look before it got pushed. But I guess we'll see. Just another casualty of the ever shifting release schedule.
Yeah, because 2021 is already extremely packed, and so is 2022 at this point.
Mhm.
So movies are just having to shuffle around. It's crazy, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm excited, but at the same time, like I'm starting to lose the momentum that this sort of musical biopic thing had.
yeah, that's fair.
Uh, I'm starting to get tired of it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like a third time's a charm, or maybe it'll be like, well, we pushed it.
Hmm. And I love a lot of them. But moving on, there's some new HBO Max titles that were announced. Those Who Wish Me Dead, Reminiscence, and No Sudden Move. Nick, you want to break this down for us a little bit?
Yeah, so I only I think these were announced a while back, but I didn't even realize they were coming out this year on Max. So Those Who Wish Me Dead is directed by Ty Sheridan, who wrote the film Hell or High Water, which I love, and I think if I can double check now, I think also the film Wind River, which I know you just said when we were talking that you love as well. So that alone, that's a kind of a great sell. It's apparently supposed to be some sort of again like kind of frontier like survival type film. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Just for the person behind it. Reminiscence is starring Hugh Jackman, my man. Apparently has Rebecca Ferguson too, some sort of sci-fi type film. I mean, it's Hugh Jackman, so for me, that's always a great sell. And then finally, No Sudden Move actually features a insane cast, which includes like John Hamm, Don Cheadle, David Harbour. Um, let me pull up the list.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin, Brendan Fraser, who's only been on Doom
Hey.
Patrol these past few years. He's coming back. Benicio del Toro, and all of it's directed by Ocean's 11 director Steven Soderbergh. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's some sort of like crime film. So yeah, Western, some sort of neo-Western sci-fi, and then a crime film, and with a lot of strong talent behind it. No release dates yet. I think they're still like organizing that, but those projects are, I believe, finished and filmed. So just gotta wait till they pop out.
Awesome. Let's move on to a film that I really loved that I don't think a lot of people did. And that's the original Cloverfield. Now a direct sequel to the film is in the works from Bad Robot Productions,
Mhm.
which, if you guys don't know, that's J.J. Abrams' production company.
Mhm.
Um, I love the first movie unabashedly. Whether
And
it's perfect movie, I love the found footage. I love the from the camera guy, the guy with the camera's point of view. I thought it was such a cool idea.
no, yeah, I love the first Cloverfield too. I think like that was my first Matt Reeves film. Now he's going to direct Batman. So no, I enjoyed it too. They had the two like sort of sequels with 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield Paradox, but I'm intrigued to hear they have a direct sequel coming out. It's I mean Bad Robot Productions is always throwing their hand behind something, so can't wait.
Yeah, they're definitely staying busy, that's for sure. Um, Moving on, Tomb Raider 2 is now in pre production, I believe, with Lovecraft Country creator, the creator of Lovecraft Country. Now, I recently watched Lovecraft Country, and I was really blown away. I was not expecting it. I'm not a horror person.
Mhm.
Is it my favorite show? No. But I think it's really fun and the character works really good.
Mhm.
So, and I think it has a good idea of scope. So I
Yeah.
think all those three things that the showrunner, I'm blanking on her name.
Is it Misha Green? You keep talking. I'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
but I see it. I see it for the next Tomb Raider film because I see the scope, the
Mhm.
focus on characters, and just being able to successfully tell a good story. If you have
Right.
those three things, the sky is the limit, and I think she does. So I'm excited.
Right. Yeah, it is Misha Green. It's the name of the showrunner. I didn't see the first Tomb Raider, and I kind of still want to, just for Alicia Vikander, but I have not seen it. But yeah, I just like what you said. It's as long as you able to have like good character work, and at least for like a Tomb Raider film, like manage it out, bounce it out with like crazy scope and like crazy things happening, and make sure it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Then, and that's a great thing. And Lovecraft did that, so I'm intrigued to see. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I didn't realize they greenlit a sequel. I thought it was up in the air, but glad to see they're continuing.
Yeah, I hadn't realized it until I read this report. I had no idea. Um, Moving on next, MG. Oh wait, actually, no, we're gonna save that for last.
Okay.
AMC seems to be alive now. Now, you guys may be familiar. You probably are familiar with the GameStop and AMC craziness on the stock market,
Hmm.
where essentially the prices got boosted by a bunch of people from essentially a Reddit community
Yeah.
deciding we're going to buy stocks of these two companies
Yeah.
and boosting it up basically to go against
Wall
these
Street.
big Wall Street companies that are shorting,
Right.
which you guys have seen The Big Short, which taught me everything I know about stocks, which is very little.
Right.
Um, it's basically betting on a stock to underperform or fail. So they're betting on these companies to fail.
Right.
And so basically, people who came out around the time of 2008 when the stock market crashed and Wall Street was bailed out where everyday people weren't, uh, in a way, are taking their revenge. And the beauty of it is GameStop, a company I grew up going to all the time, and AMC, you know, one of the biggest movie theater chains, is now they eliminated, I believe, all of their debt they accrued from 2020,
Mhm.
which is insane. Like it's so mind blowing that they could do that. But Nick, what is your take on all this?
It's like the perfect it's like the perfect third act twist. Like I don't know if you've seen It's a Wonderful Life. If not, I won't spoil it. But like it's going, and you're in this. You believe this story is like stuck in this certain mode, and all of a sudden some sort of like something comes through, like, and you're just like, oh my god, like they saved, like everything's sort of relining itself. So yeah, just I remember I read the poor report, and I'm like, that's insane, because they were asking for a bailout for a while, right? Like and the government just refused to give it. So I'm just glad to see that they seem to have found a foothold. One of the reoccurring themes in these episodes have always been like, what will the movie theater experience look like? And it seems now like it'll still be different, but at least we know like we'll still have AMC to like go to. Assumedly, like we never know what happens, but it's good to see that they seem to have started 2021 off on a better foot than they were at the end of 2020.
Right. They went from being in we're about to go bankrupt and have to go out of business to hey, we're okay, nothing's happening here, we're good. All in like 24, 48 hours. It
Yep.
was the craziest roller coaster I've seen in a while. And based off of that, there's this news that both MGM and Netflix are gonna produce a movie based on GameStop, and the stock market incident around that. And the Netflix one is supposedly gonna have Noah Centineo. Is this a rumor? Like, there's no way this could be happening like 2 days after. Like,
I
how?
I mean, like, I won't lie, and I think we had a text about this. I'm just double checking right now, but also like I was when I was following the news as it happened, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to write a movie about this, like just for like the hell of it. It seems like a like a funny like just crazy like thing. I mean, they did like make Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street. It's like, yeah, like why not? It's that kind of like anomaly incident. But I don't know, like, cause I heard the MGM rumor first, but then I heard that they're doing like the Netflix one I just literally read about today. So with Noah Centineo, I was just like, okay. I was like, I guess I don't know. Are these the same film? Are we just reading the reports wrong, or are we like, are they actually like making two different films about it? I don't know, but I mean, hey, why not? It was like a big like thing. It has all the ripe ingredients for a good film. You have your underdogs, you have your underdogs, you have your bad guys, quote unquote, and then you have like you have the crazy pull of it all. It's Ford v Ferrari for our generation, I guess.
Right, and there's a beauty. Like, I wonder if this movie in a year, if it was to be put out, if this actually does get made and it's
Yeah.
not just like a pre-production thing. I wonder if it has the same relevance as it does in this very, very moment.
Right.
Um, but what I find really interesting is you, like you said, it does have the foundation, have the
Mhm.
bad guy, essentially Wall Street billionaires who are
Mhm.
bullying these companies out of existence by shorting bonds, which
Mhm.
basically decreases faith in the stock because people are like, oh, these people think it's going to do bad, thus manipulating the market. And then the little guys, the people who grew up, there's a story about one of the people who was big in influencing shorting the bonds and basically saying that you know we grew up like without a home, uh, turning the little the ketchup things at school into tomato
Mhm.
sauce and that sort of like the crazy stuff because they lost their home because of
Yeah.
the Wall Street, the craziness and the banking craziness, they lost everything. And so it's kind of like a film about revenge. And I think it's relatable to anyone of that generation, whether you're, someone who is about to retire and that happened. That's why The Big Short is such a crazy film that is so beloved because
Mhm.
anyone can relate
Right.
to that film because everyone was affected by it. And I think there is that universal ability to bring an audience, at least in the United States, together about this
Mhm.
film as well.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Again, crazier things have happened. We're getting Spike Lee's doing a musical about Viagra. Like, you never know, like the crazy stuff that could happen for better, for worse. Like, you never know.
Yeah, hey, I'm down for it. Um, but with that, that wraps up this episode of Movie News. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you thought, especially about the AMC situation and about what this movie could be about. I'm really fascinated about that. So let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.